All right, so I've noticed this front lobby is starting to get a little warmer than it should, and I think a lot of it might be the efficiency of this air conditioner is being limited because of how dirty the coils are. So I've got my AC coil cleaning kit. We're going to take the front of this off and see if we can't clean out these coils to allow more airflow to go through them, which would then give us more air return back into the room. Now I know these windows are a big perpetrator of that, of the heat transfer, and we've got some window film coming to put over these that does UV blocking and heat blocking, but it's not tinted. So that'll help us out a little bit there. Another thing I think is, I don't think these front walls have any insulation in them. So here in a little while, I'm gonna pull some boards off and look down to see if any of these front zones have any insulation in them. If they don't, we'll go buy some batten insulation and shove it down in there and at least start getting us some insulation in the walls on our exterior walls. So, but first, let's look at this AC unit. All right, first let's turn it off. And unfortunately, I don't like turning it off because it stops cooling. But now we're going to back out the screws that are on the sides. There's one, and right down here there's two. And this is pretty much what holds the front of these on, is just these screws. And anybody that's ever maintained them, they can tell you it's a pain in the butt, because sometimes this won't come off and you feel like you're gonna break it, but you're not. You just gotta pull your knobs off. There we go. Okay, now you have the whole thing ready to go. And papaya, oh yeah, there's the problem. Let's get in here and look at that. Oh wowzers. So basically mud. That's why this thing isn't working well. It can't breathe, and if it can't breathe, it can't cool down the air. So let's first start by giving it just a wipe to knock off anything that's just loose. Let me get some paper towels. And since the chemicals we're going to be working with here are slightly corrosive, we're going to go ahead and put on some latex gloves. The doctor is ready for you. Okay. So we're just going to give it a cursory wipe down and try to get as much of this off as we can. Just holy shitballs. Oh, it just smells like mud. All right, that's the end of that one. And we've already made a big mess down here. Okay, it is literally mud. Good God. We're gonna have to really get in there with our cleaning stuff. Okay, let's get the cleaning kit and see what we can't scrape out of here. All right, I think for starters, we're just gonna give some good golly Miss Molly. We're definitely vacuuming again. Good God. That means probably the rest of these AC units are very much in the same state, which really makes me question how efficient this place has been cooling anything. Because this little maintenance that I'm about to do right here can literally drop your bill by 40%. So to not regularly maintain your AC systems is just basically the equivalence of throwing money into a fire pit. So that ain't right, don't do that. All right, let's see what else we got off here now. Trying not to push stuff into the coil. All right, there goes our temperature sensor. All right. there. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Just that alone was like a huge difference, but I think we can do better with a coil scraper. Okay, so we're gonna get our scraper here. We're just gonna good Lord. It's like putty. I mean, look how thick it is coming out of there. Literally, it's like just getting mud out of the coils. This thing is going to be breathing new life after we're done here. Try not to let it go down because that'll stop up the drain. There's also a drain catch here, so as this condensates or whatever, it will drain, or it's supposed to, but if you get all this mud down in there and it's not doing its thing, then you're gonna just have, good God, my God, that's gross. Gotta take care of your equipment. Like, I don't know why you don't. Goodness. And we haven't even hit it with the cleaning solution yet. This is just manual scrapage. Like, we're about to, once we're done with this, I'll hit it with some cleaning foam. And that cleaning foam will penetrate and help push this stuff out, because it's kind of like a cleaning expansion foam almost. And so it'll just literally get in there and force the mud out. But you want to start with a good base. Golly. Look at that. Got to get another paper towel. It's already congested that one up. All right, we're gonna definitely have to go the other way because we got some bent pins here. So, and we'll definitely do that. Uh-oh, phone's ringing. There we go. Help spread those fins back open that are crushed up there. Getting all of it out of the bottom here, because you're scraping in a downward fashion. We got some that settled down all the way to the bottom, so we're just gonna scrape it upwards. Try to get it out of this crevice here. And now we're gonna do the tops. See if we can't straighten out some of these fins, because that's kind of what this little device is here too, is it'll get in between your fins and help straighten those out. Golly. All right, so let's see how we've done. Okay, let's get in close and see how we've done here. So we can already see, wow, much better. Much better. I can almost see through them, which is good. You want to be able to see, because that's what's pulling your airflow with the fan back here and blowing all your air out here. So now we're gonna clean a little more. I want to clean up some of this inside gunk here. Tell you what, I'd like to get in there and clean these fans, because yep, those are pretty bad too. If those fan blades start getting impacted with too much dust, then the shape of them gets all wonky and they won't blow air either. So while you're blowing air, you're not blowing as hard as you could, so you're losing, you know, air pressure versus your electrical consumption. So again, you become inefficient. So you want to make sure all the curves of those fans are good, because every dollar counts, guys. Every dollar counts. Yeah. And I'm just in here spinning the fan blade around and hand wiping each fan blade off. So get in there and knock off the dust. See if we can't get this cleaner here. I think I've gone all the way around. Yep, I'm back to clean. All right, let's give these one more. Let's see if we can't get that out of there a little bit. What do I do with that bigger brush? There it is. This is so dirty, man. This is something you need to do literally. I would do it every month. Just put it on, you know, a once a month rotation of your maintenance schedule. That way maybe you do, like in a building like this, I think we've got 12 AC units, so 3 a month, you do 3 a week and you rotate them, and that means every week you're doing 3, but if they're clean, it doesn't take long. So let's put some chemical on this. All right, this is an evaporation foam. It's a no rinse formula, so you don't have to like rinse it off. Which is why it's good for what we're about to use it for, because we're inside, so we can't rinse it off. But you just go. Now we just let it sit for a second. Look at it, it's already turning black because it's pushing all that stuff out. It's doing the same thing all the way through to the other side of the coil. Is this foam's gonna work its way all the way through. We're just gonna let it do its job. It's just gotta sit here and wither away the dirt. You can see as the bubbles get in there and they start pushing the dirt out. Again, this is slightly corrosive. It's not really gonna hurt your hands, but like if you're doing a lot of these, your hands will start to feel a little raw. So just know that. So now I'm just gonna working it in there to see if I can't get as much contact back of my coils as possible, because that's where the air exchange happens from the hot air it's pulling in to the cold air it's going to blow out. So That's already significantly better. But I have a feeling with as dirty as it was, it's dirty. This is like about an 1.5 inch coil, maybe 2 inches. It's going to be dirty all the way through. All right, we're going to hit it again. Now you don't want to spray it down in there because next time you turn it on, it's just going to blow all that moisture up at you. So don't do that. All right, we're just going to let it sit. I mean, and that's the second one. So now the trick is, how far can I see in? I just heard a kid's voice. Hello? Now we're just going to do some scrubbing in between these. There's a kid again. If y'all are curious, I can come. You can come over here and I'll teach you how to do this. Let's see. Looks like it's still pretty restricted in there. I think we're going to hit it one more time. Oh, my knees. All right, third time's the charm, right? Here we go. Ideally, you'd probably do this till it comes out clean. Okay, it's getting cleaner. It's getting cleaner. It's just when they're this bad, it takes a while. So we're gonna let this sit for another 5 or 6 minutes. right, we're getting deeper down in there now. I can starting to see some daylight here. Let's get maximum penetration in here. Now we're just looking for places where we can see it. Okay, that's probably as good as she's getting. I can see all the inner fins and I can see all of that. So I think we've reached a point of diminishing returns here. So just get a little bit on this and see if we can't. Let's get our mounts back in here. I'm gonna clean these up. No reason to put dirty stuff right back in, right? Clean it up. Other one. All right. See, this one was somewhere right here, wasn't it? There we go. Okay, now we're going to put the lid back on and hope for the best, right? Actually, know what we're going to do. We're going to clean these guys because that's just mold growth. So let's clean this. But you can see all the places that dirt can get into in these things, and you just got to take them apart and clean them. There's just no getting around it. Do a quick knockdown of what we can with paper towel, and then we'll come through and do more. That is a foam seal that is degrading because of dust. That's unfortunate. Well, I figured that would happen fast. I'm not sure when this other camera cut off, but it got too hot. So we're gonna finish over here on this camera. Real simple. We're just putting everything back like we got it now. Perfect. Then our knobs, since these were in that position and the off position, we know where they were. Boom, and now we just have to put our screws back in, and this job is done. Ta-da, all done. So like I said, it's not perfect, but considering what it was just a few minutes ago, we'll do the side-by-sides here way the hell better, right? Let's go get another one. That's already blowing like twice as hard as it was, so that's awesome. Now I just gotta clean up my mess.